How to efficiently count the number of keys/properties of an object in JavaScript. In JavaScript, objects are widely used to store structured data. A very common interview question is, how do you efficiently count the number of keys, properties, in an object? At first, this seems simple, but performance, edge cases, and object types matter in real-world systems. This topic explains how object keys are stored, different ways to count properties, performance differences, enumerable versus non-enumerable properties, object versus map behavior, nested objects confusion, edge cases, null prototypes, best practices, real-world use cases. This is a core JavaScript fundamentals plus performance topic. Basic way, Object.keys. The most common method is const obj equals A1, B2, C3. Console.log, Object.keys of Object.length. Output 3. Why Object.keys works. Object.keys returns an array of enumerable own properties. Example, A1, B2, C3 means A, B, C. Then .length gives the count. Time complexity, O(n). Because JavaScript must iterate through all enumerable keys, build an array, compute length. More efficient approach, no extra array. If you only need the count, avoid creating an array. Using for in loop, const obj equals A1, B2, C3. Let count equals 0. For let key in obj. If obj has own property key, count plus. Console.log count. Output 3. Why this can be more efficient. Check. No temporary array creation. Lower memory usage. Good for large objects. Still. ON. Object.getOwnPropertyNames includes non-enumerable properties. Const obj equals object create A, value 1, enumerable, true, B, value 2, enumerable, false. Console.log, Object.getOwnPropertyNames, ob.length. Output 2. Object entries. Another option. Object.entries ob.length. Works like Object.keys, but returns key value pairs. Important concept. Enumerable versus non-enumerable. JavaScript properties can be check, enumerable, non-enumerable. Example. Const object equals object define property obj hidden value 123 enumerable false. Object visible equals 456 counting. Object keys ob.length /1. Object get own property names ob.length /2. Key difference summary. Method includes non-enumerable prototype properties. Object keys no for in. No with check. Yes if not filtered. Object get own property names. Yes, no. Object entries no. Why for in needs has own property. Without filtering. 4. Let key in obj. Console.log key may include inherited properties from prototype chain. Fix. If ob. has own property key, map versus object. Important real-world comparison. Object const object equals A1, B2. Counting. Object.keys.obj.length. Map, better for frequent operations. Const map is new map. Map set A1. Map set B2. Console.log map.size. Output 2. Why map is more efficient for counting. Colleague. Built-in .size property. No iteration needed. Optimized internal structure. Time complexity. O1. Performance comparison method. Performance object.keys.length. ON for in loop. ON map size. O1. Map is best when frequent size checks are needed. Real-world example. User session store. Const sessions equals user 1 true, user 2 true. Count active sessions. Object keys sessions dot length Large object optimization. For huge objects. Comma. Avoid object keys if only counting. Use map when possible. Cache counts if object changes infrequently. Edge cases. 1. Null or undefined. Object.keys null. Error. Fix. Object.keys, ob, or like. 2. Arrays are objects. Const air is 1, 2, 3. Console, log, object.keys air.length. Indexes are keys. 3. Sparse objects. Const obj equals obj100 equals x. Object.keys obj.length. Keys are stored sparsely. Common beginner mistakes. 1. Using for in without filtering can include prototype properties. 2. Confusing object versus map. Objects don't have dot size. 3. Assuming order or density. Object keys are not always dense like arrays. 4. Overusing object keys. For repeated checks, it is inefficient. Best practices. Key. Use object.keys for simple cases. Use map.size for performance-critical code. Use for in plus has-own-property for control. Avoid unnecessary array creation. Consider caching counts. Internal representation insight. JavaScript engines V8, SpiderMonkey store objects using hidden classes, shapes, property maps, optimized lookup tables. But key counting still requires traversal for objects. Simple definition. Counting object properties means determining how many own enumerable keys exist in an object. Final summary. There are multiple ways to count object properties. Check. Object keys ob, length, most common. For, in, with has-own property, manual control. Object.getOwnPropertyNames includes non-enumerable. Map.size, best performance for dynamic collections. Key idea. Object means needs iteration. Map means has built-in size. Best approach depends on use case.